You talked before in a conversation we had about a dopamine-driven attention economy, right? And I feel like you're kind of getting to that area right now. But what specifically did you mean by that? Like a dopamine-driven attention economy?
Oh, um, actually, there is even a picture when it is like a real world. In a real world, you would like read a book, and then there is another step. Somewhere in the middle, you will just watch a summary of that book, which is like 10 to 15 minutes. And the dopamine would be you will be watching a TikTok about that book, which is like 10, 15 seconds. So that would be it. And it's also like about sports, right? Doing sports and betting on sports. It's exactly the dopamine culture.
Okay. So what does that necessarily mean? Shifting, right? Knowing that we're kind of living in this dopamine kind of economy, this disruptive economy, what do we have to do to be successful? Like, what are the changes that we need to be thinking about in order to be successful?
Well, what I've learned is that I don't need to over optimize every dollar because I need to keep part of my budget in reserve. And that buffer will give me room to move fast when things change. For example, with that recent shift to that AI content optimization, we had to adapt our marketing strategy that was focused purely on organic traffic. But now, organic does not mean just search engine optimization. It also means AI optimization. So, to test this hypothesis, I really need some budget. So this was very helpful. Second, we do run small and very fast experiments because, better done than perfect.
Yeah.
So we test different messaging, different content, and different channels constantly, but we spend like 20% of our time on that because mainly we focus on what's already given us conversions and maximizing these channels to the fullest. Also, I think that I diversify as much as I can. Lead sources, partnership, and even I have the list of trusted freelancers to have my back. So, I'm always ready to pivot fast because everything changes very fast. So I think that every corporation should have like a number two person to keep the ball rolling if the CMO or user acquisition manager will not be able to deliver or like quit. So no, it's risky, right? So you need to have a plan B. So I'm keeping my freelancers close. And I made a pretty good knowledge base so that, if I'm gone, everybody could take, from where I left. Also, I think that the very helpful strategy for success is in that disruptive times would be asking and planning from where we want to be in 6 months or in a year, because not just counting on the resources we have now, just plan for more. And regular alignment with finance, sales, and analysts, because it's just necessary now. You're not working in a bubble.